Leviticus. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Kyle Seebeck, Member of Parliament for Dufferin Caledon. Welcome. The Honourable Jill Balzer, Nova Scotia Minister of Labour, Skills and Immigration. Welcome, thank you for being here. Mr. Wei Mason, Halifax City Councillor for District 7, Halifax South Downtown. And Captain Matt Zalett, Canadian Armed Forces representative. Thank you for being here. We would also like to thank RCR Hospitality for their partnership on this evening's reception. They have gone above and beyond in creating a menu that includes interpretations of traditional Kosovar cuisine. And we are so grateful for their support. The Operation Parasol exhibition places a spotlight on an event worth remembering, of the resourceful and effective collaboration between government, humanitarian organizations, and community groups in 1999. All for a common cause, the evacuation, resettlement, and integration of refugees in Canada. This ultimately gave sanctuary to 5,000 Kosovar refugees and a further 2,000 who were reunited with family in Canada. I would now like to introduce tonight's MC, Arta Rexhepi. Arta is a former refugee from Kosovo who came to Canada as part of Operation Parasol at the age of 13. Since then, Canada has given her the voice, from being a story of a refugee to telling stories as a journalist and a writer, who has worked with us on tonight's event. Please welcome Arta.
Thank you, Jan. Mirsalini, welcome everyone. Before we start today, I want to introduce the artist behind the amazing artwork. And her name is Wessa Muya. Wessa, would you please come to the stage? Her family arrived at Camp Alita. Wessa's sister Dora was actually born at a refugee camp. And her family has shown strength and resilience, and she's a student at NASCAD. Thank you, Vesa, for showing the beautiful artwork with all of us tonight. I want to start by thanking Tier 21 for their outstanding support and working with us on this event, and to give us a voice and a space once again to share our story with all of you tonight. A special thank you to the Pier 21 Museum of Immigration team, the Government of Canada, as well as the Office of the President of Kosovo, Vjosa Osmani, for their contribution, and a group of sponsors from Toronto and everyone else involved in making tonight's act a reality. And a big thank you to all of you who have traveled across Canada and beyond to be with us here tonight. And some of our community members here tonight are Ramses Head, a human rights activist from Newfoundland, Dr. Rivolosha from British Columbia, Jimmy Tolai from Montreal, who is a radio host of Radio Arom Shqiperia. Olisa Marina has been working with me on this event, and her family from Alberta. Dr. Lulzim Rafshi and his family from Ontario, and former volunteers and community leaders, to name a few. So thank you for all of you for being here tonight. 25 years ago, we left Macedonia as a refugee camp on what we thought would be a temporary journey to Canada. Our journey was not planned, as with most refugees, but there's no place that we would rather call home other than Canada. As we can see tonight, the outstanding support of Canadians has not fallen short, 25 years and still going strong. And like my family, thousands of other refugees across Canada will choose Canada to be their permanent home. And as you will see in my documentary shortly, the reason is quite obvious. And even though my siblings and I went from being the most popular kids in school to losing everything right before our eyes in less than 12 hours. And my dad's artwork of 20 years went up in flames in minutes. To be honest, I felt so powerless. And I promised my old self, one day I will tell the world my story. So here I am. But little did I know that my confidence would die on that fire that day. Although I can't compare my experience with some of you who are here tonight, as your wounds are beyond repair. Canadians have taken us from hitting rock bottom to where we are today, rebuilding us from inside out, piece by piece, to the best versions of ourselves, restoring all that was damaged and beyond. On behalf of over 5,000 refugees that now call Canada home, thank you for giving us a new beginning beyond escaping ethnic cleansing, but reviving hope and believing in the power of kindness and that peace truly does exist. Canada's response was nothing short of extraordinary, but we can proudly say that Kosovo's refugees in Canada are a success story of a new community also helping shape Canada's future. This documentary I produced is also my thanks to you for giving women like me a chance to explore and my passions. People like Ralph Wow would produce the first documentary on the resettlement, and CBC's Rob Gordon, who would go from telling my story to becoming my mentor and working with me at CBC. And lastly, this was supposed to be a boring presentation, but thanks to Canadians who would make me believe that I can do anything. Believing in my geekiness, and in 4 short weeks, here is Operation Parasol, a refugee story that explores the many faces of refugees who indeed are making Canada a better place.